What would you have done?
Oh, I don't know.
Knowing your mama, like, she might cry just at the question.
Maybe.
Like, just at the thought of you doing something.
But you know, with my sisters especially, I could cut them down. I didn't need curse words. I didn't need cuss words.
Well, you are an English major, so you had the whole vocabulary.
It was fine. I didn't need that. I did not need that at all. My parents brought up this bin of all of my school stuff and like even things from when I was little. And, you know, most moms, when you get a child's haircut, you keep a lock of their hair, the first haircut, right? You keep a little lock.
Yeah.
Well, they did not have my haircut until it was long. And so they put it in a ponytail and they cut it. And so my boys were both at home last night. And so I was like, oh, I wanted to show them my report cards where it said I talked too much because I got X's on my report card in elementary school for that. Surprise. But I showed them my ponytail and they were like, oh my gosh, that's so gross. Is that your hair? And I was like, yes, that's my hair. I have some of yours as well. Not that much, but they were so grossed out by that ponytail. It was really pretty hair.
I was saying, I bet.
Was it blonde hair, pretty hair?
Because you're natural, like you've never dyed your hair or any of that kind of stuff like that. Like
never.
Okay.
Not ever in high school and now. Never. Okay. I'd never go get my hair done.
So my older sister's that same way, and like she has a natural blonde. Like, you know, it's just whatever. And people use, you dyed that. I know you did. She's like, no, natural. And so,
I was totally being sarcastic. Okay, this is I dye my hair all the time, but it is like a dirty blonde here. It's gotten darker as I've gotten older. But my mama was blonde in college, all the way to college, and then it just turned darker. Then it turned normal. After that. Yeah, but a lot of blondes do that. But not your sister, huh? No.
Well,
or one of them.
It's my older sister. But now it's
I know.
She's like full, like she's like my mom. This happened to her too. Is like they went like white,
right?
Not gray. It was like it went from blonde to white.
Okay.
And my sister hates it.
Yeah.
So she colors it now.
Colors it now. Yeah.
Because it's like it would be like.
That's pretty.
Like
I hope mine does
white.
that.
Yeah. So
I hope mine does that. So.
Mine too.
Yeah. No. Gosh.
Although I do when it grows out, like I've got a lot more up in here on the side.
I was gonna say with guys, it's the beard. Yeah. Like what?
Oh yeah, you can see.
Where's the gray in the beard? Yeah. You're not wearing any socks today.
I am not.
Also, wait a minute. Hang on.
Summer.
Welcome to lunch break.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to lunch break, everybody. Glad you're
like already
here today.
We
are.
We're flowing. So
but no socks. Flip flops.
I know.
It's so hot outside.
It's summer. It's like Although it was like early this week, it was really cold, ish. Like.
Because of the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I like cold and so humid because I've been moving. We've been starting to move like bits and pieces, right?
July.
So like,
I'm sorry.
In July. It's the worst. It's so bad. And so I was like, oh, great. It's rain. It took it from 9 million to 8 million.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, but then the humidity and you walk outside and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. And so
definitely
there's no good. It's
no, which is why we're doing the McCall Back to School Bash in the evening. So I know when I was gone a few weeks ago, you and Kevin were up there talking about
well,
the bash.
You and Kevin did lunch break last week and talked about
we did. That's right.
Call thing, right?
That's right. We did, and I've been mentioning it in the beginning of service and stuff, but that's coming up in just a couple of weeks. I'm too.
Like it just makes it so much better. And it's better for families too.
It is.
I mean, that was the experience we had last year talking with the families. Like it was just, it was better. It was more convenient. It was easier for them because like, kids are out of school. So yeah, you can do in the daytime or, okay, we did it on Saturday and that was good. But to be able to do like, okay, Friday after work and it's cooler and you get to come and the whole family shows up and mom and dad and the kids.
Oh, yeah. Natalie and I signed up yesterday, both of us.
Did you?
Yes. I'm going to serve popcorn.
Okay.
And then the second shift, because we're going to be there. I'll take the shifts. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at one of the tables to kind of help organize and talk to people.
That's
I took 2 jobs at where I would talk to people.
What's
but you know what?
Going to do?
That's what I was fixing to say. Setup. Loading and unloading things.
That's her jam.
Because she's stronger than most people.
And she loves it.
She does.
Yeah.
She does.
Carrie has signed us up for I don't even know what. Like I will show up at the requisite time and just do what I'm told.
Well, I didn't sign Davis up because I told Geraldine and Maggie especially, I know they're not like the cat teams are in it, community action teams are in it, but they're helping with a lot of it. I was like, Davis is going to be there. Just tell him what to do. Yeah. He will be your gopher, minion, whatever you want to call him, just to do whatever.
Caleb will do whatever. Like it'll just be exactly. All right, my girls are probably just
Exactly.
Who knows?
And Larry's already told Christian, don't sign up for anything because you're going to help me with sound, get everything set up for sound and do all that. So there you go. So yeah, our whole family will be there. It's actually in a week from tomorrow.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's a week from tomorrow.
It really is a week from tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, I keep saying, it's a couple of weeks. It's a few weeks away. No.
It's like next week.
No, it is. So we need more school supplies too. So make sure that table has been filling up. Though, I
saw it on Sunday. It was full.
Yeah.
I was like, that's impressive. Thank you all.
But the more you bring, the more we can gift to families.
Yes.
So it's
so good.
I don't want to say it's never enough, but we can't have
season. 'Tis the season.
Yeah, we can't have too much though, because just anything we have, we can give to family. So the more the better, So
the more the merrier.
Yeah, I almost said that. I was like, that's not
right. Right. Yeah, it doesn't make
sense. But more is best. More is best.
More is best. It's like when you go to the airport, you know, and the TSA guy's like, "Have a good flight," and you're like, "You too." And you're like, no,
didn't quite.
That just doesn't quite fit. Like that's just not quite.
So
yeah,
it's not.
Yeah,
but people can go on the app. You can go on the app and under upcoming events and click on the Back to School Bash graphic, and then there's a little bit of information about it, and then a link to sign up to volunteer. So
because you can also just donate too, right? If
that's
you don't
true. There's a give button
pick
also.
Up supplies, you're like, but normally I'd go buy like $50 worth of paper or whatever.
But it's so busy right now.
Yeah, because it's that season. Okay, you can give that $50.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
yeah, perfect. There's a give link as well. You just click that under the registration information.
It's super fun.
Easy. It's easy to sign up and help.
You know what?
In some way.
It may be my last one.
I know.
I don't know.
I know.
I'm just in this surreal.
You keep saying that, and because I know you've got to process it and say it out loud and talk about it. So I know that you do.
I'm a verbal processor.
And so, but okay, it's a lot, Jay, because I when you say that means it reminds me that you're almost and everybody around you, and it's like, oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. But I know you have to process it out loud.
But I think sometimes secretly she's like, yes, get out.
No, I'm
Leave
not.
faster. You're such a pain in the butt.
No, because I'm going to.
But you wouldn't say that, would you?
No, and I'm going to tell this story, like what we talked about because I was at the elders meeting briefly.
Butt as a kid?
Were we allowed to say but?
I was not.
We did, but we weren't supposed to. So is that a cuss word that I wasn't allowed to say what I said? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
But I was at the elders meeting briefly on Sunday just to present something for communications. And I think it was second service that Elizabeth did. It was, first of all, oh my gosh.
That was good.
Oh my gosh.
I was such a proud dad.
Yes, you should be.
I was like.
You should be.
Yeah.
But when she got done, you took the microphone, and I was down front, and I was supposed to get the microphone to take it back to Christian, and you set it up on your podium. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to get the mic. I said, well, I'm just going to hang out right here for just a second more. And because he might still hand it to me when he starts to pray. And you asked everybody to bow their heads, and you started to pray. And as you started to pray, you grabbed the microphone and you handed it to me. And I was like, how did you know? How did you know that I was going to step forward at the same time to grab that mic? We just have that after
13 years.
Yeah, well, I haven't been doing this 13 years, but
but it's just that but
of getting to know you, 13 years of getting to know you.
Well, it's like with Ryan when he does the head nod.
Yeah,
he has this
does.
We've talked about that surreptitious little head nod thing where it's like, okay, it's the last slide. Yep. It's time for one of us to get up there. And he just kind of
he kind of looks you dead in the eye.
It's not even a head nod really anymore. It's more of like an eyebrow raise.
Yep. And then you just know.
And you just know. And so it's like we've gotten that.
Yeah.
And now the new guy will get there.
I know, but it's going to take a while.
Maybe
to kind of anticipate because we have worked so long together.
That can be one of the questions, though. Like when you talk to the new guy, when you when they get to this process, when the search firm is like, okay, here's 3 folks that we kind of.
I want to talk about that in a minute.
Search firm, okay. But, I could, I said because I can kind of speak into some of that. That could be like, all right, so how do you communicate with your other team?
Right.
Do you do the head nod or and you'll notice this Ryan does he does he'll sometimes for the to start the tracks or for the drum he'll put his hand behind the thing or he'll kind of whatever or sometimes it's a foot I don't know if you ever watch that.
I have that. I'm gonna pay attention.
You gotta watch that. Everybody should watch out for those signals that Ryan does. Because
now something's going to change.
I'm giving away the secret sauce, though.
That's okay.
That's in a little inside baseball.
That's
right
okay.
So it's okay.
Yeah, I mean it is a little bit like baseball, the coach.
Little, tuck ear.
He has his signals.
Swing away.
Yeah.
You should. That's what you should do, Ryan. You should be like turn around to whomever's drumming and just do the swing away, like do your across the chest swing up. Like,
is that what that means? I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought it was a secret for everybody, like what the signals are.
It is, but like there's kind of some of those ones where you're just like swing away.
Okay.
Kind of do your thing. Yeah.
Ryan and I don't know this. We don't care about this. We don't. I mean, like you can talk about it. It's okay. We care about it, but we don't know any of that stuff. So let's move on. Let's go, because I don't know what you're talking about. And if we're going to keep talking, we just need to change the subject.
I can keep going.
I know, and I cannot. So let's talk about Vanderbloemen. So Christian and I were on stage this week talking about
the process,
like where we are, what's happening in the lead pastor transition.
Yep.
And one of the things that Christian mentioned is that we have hired a search firm, and the name of them is Vanderbloemen. And it's spelled, I don't know where the name comes from.
L-O-E, right?
Yes.
Bloemen.
I guess, yes. But
it's probably Dutch, would be my guess.
Okay. That's a good guess. I have no idea. But if you just Google, like we literally tried it. If you Google Vander and then blooming, like a blooming flower, Christian says blooming onion because, it's food. He loves to cook. He loves to cook.
Hey, and the blooming onion is good. Let's just be honest.
Yes.
It's about 1 billion calories, but it's really good.
Yes, it is so really good. And the sausage. Anyway, the company will come at the top of your search. Like it'll be there. So
they've done their SEO stuff really.
Yes, they had. That's what when Christian did that, I was like, oh, our website does that too for us. Yep. Like they guarantee first page mention. But anyway, so this company, what I know about them, I'm gonna tell you just a little bit what I know, and then I'd love for you to tell us how the process is going to go.
I know a bit more. Yeah.
But so my kids go to Cornerstone. We've had them here before to kind of talk about what Cornerstone is, and it's a hybrid school with a Christian worldview here in Ackworth. And we needed a new head of school. Our head of school retired, and at the end of year before last, she let us know, I'm going to be here one more year. Y'all need to start looking. And I say we, I wasn't part of the team, Christian was, but we hired Vanderbloemen to help us find a new head of a Christian school.
Yeah.
And the candidate that we ended up with a couple of candidates. We can talk about that too. But the one that Cornerstone hired has been amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. I cannot imagine anybody else taking over that position. God brought the perfect candidate to be our new head of school at Cornerstone. And he's done it all this year.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic. So when this came up, Christian said, I know a guy. I know somebody.
I know
a company that can help us. And so the elders, did all their research and landed on, they were right, like, yes, Christian, you're right, which he loves to hear.
Yeah.
And I know, right?
Yeah.
So yes, let's hire this company.
Yeah.
So that has been done.
Yes.
But honestly, I was not involved in the process at Cornerstone and how that all works exactly as far as what happens now.
Okay.
So what do you know, Jay? What's going to happen now?
Surprisingly, I know a fair bit. I actually have friends who work for companies just like Vanderbloemen.
Okay.
Because there's really, in church land, there's 3 major companies. There's more, but there's 3 big ones.
Major ones, yeah.
And basically what it is, I don't know, probably 20 years ago, these people discovered, hey, there's this little niche in church world when you need a new lead pastor or an executive pastor, or it's now got to, even in student ministry, worship ministry, children's ministry, any of these staff roles, sometimes churches don't have the capacity time-wise to really manage the search. Right. Like, back in the day, years ago when I first started, it was kind of like word of mouth, like, hey, do you know somebody? Yeah, I know somebody. I went to school with a guy. Like, you kind of do it. It was all, long.
Yeah, because how else would you find, like, before the internet, Jay, back in my day, before the internet, sorry.
You were the, I mean, like, but it was word of mouth. It was like, newspapers, like, remember back in the day when you used to post classified ads?
Yeah.
For oh, we need a secretary at our trucking company. So you'd post something in the classified ads. Well, then with the internet, you got Monster Jobs, Indeed.com. You got, some of these other, job companies.
And there are a few Christian,
Christian jobs,
job
church,
posting,
churchleaders.com. Yeah. And it's just, that's just kind of like a bulletin board, church staffing.
Right. Yeah.
And so you can do that.
Sure, we could. And that costs money too.
It does.
Nothing's free.
Nothing's free. Even like, classified ads have cost money back.
Correct. That's true.
And so what you can do is you can, as a church, you can post a job opening on all these bulletin boards, digital bulletin boards, but then you have to manage everything.
Oh, I know.
So we've done that before.
We have.
We've done it. We've done those internal searches where you have to field every resume and sort through the resume and send email responses. And I was always a stickler because I've been on the search side where I'm looking for a job.
Yeah.
And you send your resume and it falls into the black hole of
I always tried to respond to everybody when it was my responsibility.
Yeah. And Pam, same, like, because that was always
Pam
the
always
thing of
did
like
too.
Within 72 hours we want to send thanks for sending us your resume, whatever.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep up with.
Very labor intensive. And then you have to go through initial questionnaires and look at the sermons. Are they any good? And I mean, it just...
Well, and who do we put on a search team and do, what do they think? And what is that? Yeah, it's
and when it's a lead pastor position, the pressure is more intense.
Absolutely.
Because it's that upfront communicator every single week who sets the vision and direction for the organization, runs the staff, all these things. But if you're searching for a lead pastor, that means you also don't have that staff leader in the same way.
Right.
You may have multi-staff, like we're multi-staff, we have multiple staff members, and all of our staff is amazing and they do amazing at their jobs, but they're doing their jobs.
Right. Yeah.
So to manage that search would be, hey, here's more you now have to do on top of all your other jobs. Right. Good luck with that, and make sure you find somebody awesome.
Right. Or even for the elders in that way to have to do it all themselves.
Correct.
They are volunteers, and they have full-time jobs, a lot of them.
And families and all these.
So that's right. And so even maybe not full-time jobs, but I've heard some have a little part-time job going on here and there, in retirement. But ask Scott Saunders what he's been doing. But anyway.
So what the search firm does, what Vanderbloemen does, is they do all the heavy lifting. They take all of that. They manage the job postings. They field all the resumes. They send the, hey, thank you for applying, we'll be in touch, email responses. They watch all the sermons and they go through the criteria. They do background checks. This person says they went to so-and-so university. Let's make sure they did.
Right.
Like, they do all of that work for you.
Right.
And then what happens is that,
Can I say this too? They have a larger database to choose from too. They have a larger pool of people and can reach more people than just these online bulletin boards we've been doing. So I just wanted to mention that as well, because things have changed.
Yeah. Well, and let me back up a little in the process. The first step with Vanderbloemen is they will send a consultant to Northwest. And that person will come and they will interview staff. They'll interview the elders. They'll interview members of the congregation. They're going to come. They're going to be a part of worship. Watch both services. See what the culture is like. What's the music like? Because all that stuff factors in.
It does.
If you're looking for that church, if you're someone looking for a new job.
Right.
And so then they put all of that together. They compile this really amazing church profile, job description, candidate profile, all those stuff. And then they post it on the candidate boards, but they also, like you said, have all of these internal candidates. Because if you're a pastor looking for a job and you're like, oh, there's this opening at Northwest for Vanderbloemen. Well, let me throw my resume into the mix.
Right.
Well, you may not be a fit for Northwest.
Right.
But they have your resume. And so they're looking internally, shopping your resume with all the other churches that are also looking. Yeah. So you may be a fit somewhere else. And so they'll go, hey, okay, well, you weren't a fit at Northwest, but we've got this other church over in Minnesota that we think you'd be a great fit for. Right. And so they have all of that information as well. Yeah. And they already have all of it. And so what they'll do is they'll go through, and whenever anybody says, hey, I'm interested in that church, they'll do all their legwork, background checks, check theology, listen to sermons, this, that, and the other. And then they'll do some initial interviews. And so we don't have to do those either.
Okay.
Because a lot of times if you've ever hired somebody, you're like, oh, they look pretty good on paper. And then you have a phone call and you're like, no.
Right.
Or, ooh, yeah. So they do all of those, and then they narrow from several hundred, because it's probably going to be several hundred people interested, to down to probably 5.
Okay.
And they'll do maybe 3. That's what they
depends on how many they find that could be a potential fit.
Because there's so many variables and so many metrics, and they handle all of that, and then they narrow that down, and then they will present a slate of potential candidates to the elders, and they'll say, okay, out of all these, 300 resumes we got, here's 3 or 5 or 2 or however many, whatever that is, that we think check all the boxes, that have the personality you're looking for, the theology you're looking for, the experience you're looking for, all the things. I've asked, like, can we say something about hair in but apparently that's not appropriate.
No, but they may be asking about barbecue, I think.
Okay, well, that'll be part of the congregational survey, I think.
And then they'll ask the person, what kind of barbecue sauce do you like?
Because if they don't like barbecue, if they're vegan, man, just saying, that might actually be a good thing for Northwest to get somebody who's not obsessed with,
I don't know,
meat products like I am.
I don't know. Some of our people may not be okay with that.
That may be a challenge.
We'll see.
But and then what'll happen is from there, then the elders, instead of having to look at 300 resumes, they look at 3.
Right.
And they get
quality.
3 quality, because they'll only present candidates that fit every criteria that we put out there.
Right.
And then the church, the elders, and whomever else they want to look at this stuff, they'll get, okay, here's a packet on this person. Here's audio and video recording of all the initial interviews that we did. Here's links to all of their sermons. Here's their background. Here's this information. Here's their transcript from college if we want that information. The elders won't have to sift and sort and take the time to wade through all of that. They'll be able to look at 3 that check every box and then pray.
And that'll be much faster, too, than them trying to do it on their own, or any of us trying to do it on our own. So much more efficient. Correct.
So much less legwork.
Correct.
For everybody here. And it opens doors to this candidate pool of people who are actively searching, who have all of those criteria. And so it's just going to, what it's going to do is the cream's going to rise to the top. And the elders are going to be presented with this slate of just amazing people. Right. And then if we don't like any of those 3, because then the elders, at that point, then the church has to do its due diligence and have interviews, and trial sermons, and all of this other stuff. But if we say, no, we don't like any of those, Vanderbloemen goes back and says, okay, let's start again. Correct. And they do it until they place someone.
That's right.
And it's such an amazing process, and it's so healthy. And honestly, on the candidate side, so the people that are saying, hey, it might be time for a change. I'm ready. Oh, I've always wanted to live in Georgia, or whatever. When they see that the search is being run by Vanderbloemen, that communicates too.
It does. You're right. I didn't think about that, but absolutely.
It really does, because and I've seen this before where early years ago, and it's been 13 years since I've had to do it.
I know.
So a lot has changed in 13 years. But even back 13 years ago, when I went to the job boards, because the internet existed 13 years ago.
Okay, that's true. It did exist.
And that's, I found Northwest through an online job board, churchstaffing.com, I think was which one it was. And so that's how I found Northwest initially. But there were some I looked at, and it was like, hey, we're a church of X size or whatever in Mississippi. For more information, call elder so-and-so. You knew that was what, as the preacher, I had a really good idea of what that search process was going to be like. Right. But when you look at it and go, upload your resume to Vanderbloemen and they will run the process. You also then know what that search process, at least somewhat, is going to be like. And it communicates the value that the church is placing on that level. Because, again, it's not free to hire Vanderbloemen. There's a cost to it. And so it communicates, hey, this is the professional level of quality, the value, the importance.
This is a priority.
It's a priority for this church because they don't want to take all that time and put all that extra burden on staff and drag out this process. And so it's really amazing.
Just so many reasons why it's a good
it's such a
thing.
It really is.
I'm so excited about it, actually.
There's also
really excited.
One of the other unintended benefits is it doesn't burn out the existing staff.
That's true.
Because we've all done that. Everybody's done that. Where, okay, hey, there's this extra project, all hands on deck. Let's put in a few extra hours. We're going to burn the midnight oil. We're going to get this job done. You're exhausted.
Yeah, that can only last for so long.
Right. And this could take months.
Yeah, we just don't know.
We don't know. We don't know how long it's going to take. And so but the only thing that I know that speeds it up is prayer. When we pray, when the church prays, when you pray, when I pray, when you pray, when all of us, when we pray and we go to the Lord, that's the only thing that speeds it up.
Absolutely.
At least in a good way. Like you can speed it up.
Well, that's true.
I mean, you can't speed it up all on your own.
True.
That never goes well. I've never seen that go successfully.
True.
But in a positive way, when we pray and we fast and we go to the Lord and we do the congregational survey to get that data to the elders in Vanderbloemen, and when we play our part as a church, God's going to provide. He moves. He responds. Because like we've said this so many times, God already knows who that next lead pastor is. And he is calling that person already and preparing that person's heart. And so now we just need to get everything to line up so that they listen and hear and we listen and hear.
Absolutely.
And what makes that work is prayer.
I know there's a specific group of people at church now that are focusing all of their prayer on that new lead pastor. I mean, we've got groups that are praying for Jay and his family, groups that are praying for the staff, for the elders, all the people involved, but also for that new lead pastor.
And that's so huge. I mean, I know that's the church answer, right? Oh, we should pray. But it really, truly, it really does make a difference.
Our elders are taking that very seriously. I know that.
They are. And so are the staff. And so
absolutely.
we want you to join us in that. Be a part of praying specifically, because people have asked, well, what can I do in the process? Pray. And that's not a cop-out.
No.
It's not like we don't have anything for you to do, so why don't you pray?
Why don't you just pray?
Just
pray. It's no such thing as just pray.
It's like, I mean, I think back, and I've thought about this a couple of times in this whole process. In James 5, he's talking about Elijah. And Elijah prayed and it didn't rain for 3 years. Right. And then he goes up on Mount Carmel, sacrifice, prays, and it pours down raining. And what James says is Elijah was a guy just like the rest of us, but he prayed. And God shut the sky for 3 years because a guy just like us. He wasn't any more special than any of the rest of us. He wasn't more holy than the rest of us. He was a man, according to James, just like us. He prayed and God moved.
Right. Yeah.
And so you're right. There is no just pray.
No.
That's more important than what Vanderbloemen is doing. It's more important than the job description. It's more important than any of that. And so that's what we need to be focused on. That. It's huge.
And also, chances are there are going to be multiple candidates that are put in front of the elders that any one of them could do a great job.
Yes.
Any one of them could. But it's more of a matter of the wisdom to know which one is the Lord calling here.
Correct.
And that candidate knowing that as well. Because, again, more than likely, all of them would be fantastic.
Well, and on the candidate side, he may have multiple churches that are like, please come.
That's true.
Because if he's actively searching for a new lead pastor role, and he's the quality candidate that this church deserves, there are other churches like us that are going to
recognize it.
They're going to be like, hey, buddy, why don't you come on here? So he needs to listen to.
Absolutely.
And so, and honestly, for the congregants, because unlike other staff positions, the lead pastor role is one that the church votes on. So when it gets down to that point, it's the only staff position that the congregation votes on. There will be an actual vote.
Yes, because he is their shepherd.
Correct. And so the church has a functional part to play in this too. And so we as members of the church need wisdom.
That's true too.
Because he's going to come, he's going to meet everybody, and maybe do a barbecue. I don't know. I don't know what all the. I won't be a part of any of that process at that point. But people need to go on more than just gut. Like, oh well, I kind of like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a good feeling about that
one sermon I listened to. That was pretty good. Like we need more from the congregation than just that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't hate them, so I guess I'll vote yes.
Because they'll all be that way.
Right.
They'll all be great candidates.
They're not going to put up somebody bad.
No, right. Like, exactly.
Hey, this guy's terrible. It's super boring.
Definitely you'll fit here.
But let's hire. Like we're not going to do that.
No.
It's going to be potentially one or two or three amazing options.
Right.
And sometimes that's even harder.
I know, right.
And you need more wisdom in those situations. When you have no other options, it's easy to make a decision. But when you have 3 or 2 really good options, man, you need the Lord to speak clearly.
Right.
And so we need to pray. And that's for everyone.
Right.
Everybody who's going to have a part in that process.
Right.
Elders, staff, Vanderbloemen, the candidate, congregants, everybody.
Yeah.
And so it's huge.
Yeah.
It's good, though. I'm excited.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. I'm excited.
I'm ready for them to get started. It won't be long before they come and do their visit. So
it's going to be just a couple weeks.
Yeah. So it won't be long. So we're getting,
we're moving.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it is good. It's all the feelings. It is this might be Jay's last one, or oh no, I don't. I only have one more, or whatever the case may be.
I think I only have one more lunch break.
Yeah. If you're even available next week, I mean, let's be honest. You are trying to juggle both right now. Right? He's going to do the head
squish.
Miranda
calls my head squish. I do that. Well, so. Because I have already started getting calls from Mercy. They're like, hey, we need some input on this. I'm like, look, I don't work there yet.
Right.
Like I had an email yesterday. I was like, I don't think I can actually even give an opinion on this. Like, not necessarily legally, but like I'm not on payroll.
Right.
Like
That's not your responsibility yet.
Like I don't think I can wade into this. Now I can obviously give my opinion because I have lots of those.
Right.
But I can't make a decision yet.
Right.
Like
that's not on your shoulders. That's not your responsibility yet.
But they're going like, hey, how soon can you get here?
Because it will affect what your job looks like. These decisions, some of them are going to impact what it looks like next month when you are there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but can you weigh in on this?
Are you
going to
teach this class or this class? Which one are you going to do? Like, what about this decision and this? And I'm like,
and also we're saying, Jay, what are we going to do about this here at Northwest? What are we going to do? So
you're right.
I don't know.
I don't know what it's going to be.
I don't know either. But we'll
figure it out.
Figure that out.
We always figure it out.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Yeah. So it's all those emotions. But
we're keeping lunch break going, right?
We are. Oh, yeah, we are.
Even though it's not going to be me.
Absolutely. We're going to keep lunch break. I won't be with Pastor Jay any longer, but it will be lunch break. And Ryan and I have some plans going, some ideas about what to do from here on out. So.
Okay. Nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So now I'll just get to watch it.
That's right.
After I'll be like in my office and be oh, and I'll get wax nostalgic a little bit and be like, well, I would have worn it.
I know he'll be texting me and be like, why don't you ask the person that you're interviewing what they're wearing, Meredith? Come on, get it together. Why'd you tell that story?
Like that should be one of the questions.
That could be
for the new guy.
It could be.
Okay, what's his footwear like?
Talk to the elders. Put that in that survey. Yeah,
that kind of stuff matters.
But it's all the feelings. It's the excitement of what's coming, the anticipation of what's coming, and also all the feelings about it. And I tell my kids sometimes, and actually Caleb, I was talking to Caleb. He was in my car.
And he's like one of your kids, let's be fair.
Yes. And we pulled into your neighborhood. And he said, I'm sad about moving. And I said, and just out of the blue, we weren't even talking about it.
Yeah.
And he was the only one with me. And I said, I know, bud. I said, I'm sad about y'all moving too. And then in my brain, I'm thinking, but I need to be positive because that's what my default is to look for the positive and suggest that, which my kids hate sometimes. They're like, just let me feel my feelings. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. But I felt that need to be like, but it's really exciting where you're heading, Caleb. Like, it's really exciting, this new season for your family. And then I was like, I can't negate his feelings at all. So I was like, but you know what? You can hold both of those things. You can be sad about moving and excited about what's to come.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we feel like it's got to be one or the other, right? Aren't you happy for me?
Well, these binary categories,
right?
Either or.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be that way. So we can be excited about what's coming, and and excited for y'all. I don't want to forget that because we are.
I have told Carrie, and I've told this before. It's like if I die, like she just has to mourn forever. Like she's never allowed to move on. She just has to
Okay, it took me a second to connect the dots of why that occurred in your brain. Because you're talking about you leaving here, you're equating that to dying.
Yeah,
okay.
100%.
Okay, like, people.
No, she's never allowed to remarry. She has to mourn. She has to pine for me forever.
You know what, though? You know what she would say about what happens if she dies?
Oh.
What did she say?
We've already talked about it.
I know.
I will sit Shiva for 7 days, and then I have to find a wife.
Correct.
Because otherwise my children won't eat.
Correct. And their hair will never be brushed. Elizabeth's hair will never be brushed. So she's like, you better find somebody else.
They'll be feral children, like living in squalor. Like, oh, man. So what I have to tell you, when I lived in Alabama, when I was because I lived in Huntsville, Alabama, that's where I was a police officer. There was this one house on the country road that went out to the house that Carrie and I had bought, because we lived out in kind of in the sticks, and it had there was this old like farmhouse that had the front porch. You know, they had caged in the front porch with chain link fence, and every day when I would drive past, the little kids would be hanging on the chain link fence like this, like looking through the fence, like a feral cat. Like, let me out of this place. And I'm like,
no.
Is anybody gonna call like DFACS? Like, what is that? Like, because it would be like this.
Or it's real creative parenting, and they're like, I know my children, and I have to get
out onto this road.
I need to protect them any way possible.
But it was like, that was like a 2-year-old kid in a diaper.
Yeah.
Clinging to the fence, like, save me. And I'm like, I always felt weird about that.
Yeah.
But that would be my like, if without Carrie, that would probably be where my children would end up. I'd cage in the front porch and be like, okay,
I don't know how to protect you other than this way.
The fence or something. Like, I mean, because I wouldn't know how to function in a whole lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. It's when she goes out of town, it's bad.
Yes.
She's like, oh, did you eat all the healthy food the kids ate?
Right. Or you're calling her going, when are you coming home? How many more hours till you're going to be back?
How do you cook this thing? Like, no, it's so bad.
Well, let's not end on you dying and the possibility of you dying. Let's talk about the excitement of what's coming, Jay.
Come on, I threw in the feral kid
thing.
That's like, true. Like to pull it out of the mire.
No. Well, and we can have all the feelings. All the feelings are allowed.
You can keep them both the same, right?
So that's where I feel like we are right now. So I don't know, but anyway.
What do you get? See, you should do a trial lunch break with the new guy just to see if he can, just go off on tangents as badly as I do.
And decide if that's what I actually want or if it's not. We'll see.
Well, thanks for being on lunch break today.
Nobody can replace.
I think that's why people watch it. I think that's part of the thing. They're just like, oh man, how bad is Jay going to screw this up? And can Meredith recover?
Yeah. Like, but that took time to develop. So it won't happen right off. But anyway, well, we're glad that you're here today. Thanks for joining me on lunch break. I think
that kid hanging on the fence.
I know that's what we're gonna. I know, but
that's what I'm leaving you with.
No, we'll figure something.
If it's my last lunch break, I gotta do it good.
No, we'll figure something else out for that. I don't know what, but we'll figure something else out. All right. Anyway, thanks for being here. I think.
Okay.
And thanks for watching Lunch Break. We'll see you next week. That was probably a long one, but it was.